Most people immediately head to the shower or move on to their next activity after finishing a workout. However, few realize that just 5 minutes of conscious deep breathing immediately post-exercise can bring revolutionary changes to muscle recovery and oxygen supply. According to latest research, published in prestigious international sports medicine journals, proper breathing techniques after exercise can improve muscle oxygen concentration by up to 35%. This study followed 160 adults across various exercise intensities for 16 weeks, comparing muscle oxygenation indicators between groups that performed structured 5-minute deep breathing immediately post-exercise versus those who took regular rest. The results presented a new paradigm in exercise physiology: the oxygen crisis that occurs immediately after exercise. The moment exercise ends, our bodies enter a special state called oxygen debt. Muscle cells require significantly more oxygen than usual to regenerate the energy used during exercise. At this point, normal resting breathing patterns struggle to meet this surge in oxygen demand. Research from renowned international medical universities shows that muscle cell oxygen consumption reaches approximately 3 to 4 times resting levels during the first 10 minutes post-exercise. How efficiently this period is managed directly impacts muscle recovery speed and performance in subsequent workouts, as scientifically demonstrated. Particularly interesting is the stark difference between natural breathing and conscious deep breathing. Studies published in leading international medical journals report that post-exercise unconscious breathing becomes shallow and irregular, actually reducing oxygen supply efficiency significantly. Conversely, structured deep breathing has been confirmed as a powerful tool to fundamentally solve these issues. The physiological miracle created by deep breathing. Understanding how post-exercise deep breathing affects muscle oxygen supply requires examining the complex interactions between respiratory and circulatory systems. Research published in internationally recognized medical journals identifies 4 primary physiological changes that conscious deep breathing creates within the body. First is the dramatic increase in alveolar ventilation. While typical resting breathing utilizes approximately 70% of lung capacity, deep conscious breathing can engage over 90% of lung capacity. According to research findings, this functions like activating all production lines in a factory that was previously operating at half capacity. Second is optimization of blood oxygen saturation. Data from world-renowned university hospital research teams shows that structured deep breathing can maintain blood oxygen saturation at optimal 98 to 99% levels, effectively recovering oxygen concentrations reduced by exercise. Third is improvement in heart rate variability. Large-scale studies noted by the global medical community report that regular deep breathing restores autonomic nervous system balance, significantly enhancing cardiac efficiency. This enables greater blood and oxygen delivery to muscles at the same heart rate. Fourth is peripheral vasodilation effects. Research published in high-impact international journals reveals that deep breathing promotes nitric oxide secretion, expanding blood vessels around muscles. This creates an effect similar to expanding highway lanes to handle increased traffic volume. The power of scientifically validated 5-minute breathing. Examining the specific effects of the post-exercise 5-minute breathing method, developed and validated by world-class medical research institutions, reveals its true power. This protocol proved effective through 16-week clinical trials by multinational medical research teams. Near-infrared spectroscopy measurements of study participants showed that muscle oxygen concentration increased an average of 25 to 35% after 5 minutes of structured deep breathing. This significantly exceeds levels achieved through natural recovery over time. Even more remarkable is that these effects appear immediately and persist. Follow-up research published in top medical journals reported that groups applying the 5-minute breathing method maintained muscle oxygenation indicators 15% higher than control groups, even 2 hours post-exercise. A particularly noteworthy discovery was this breathing method's positive impact on muscle lactate removal. Research from internationally prestigious medical centers found that proper oxygen supply accelerated lactate metabolism, reducing muscle fatigue recovery time by approximately 30%. Optimal breathing strategies by exercise intensity. Recent research reveals that optimal breathing strategies differ for resistance training, aerobic exercise, and high-intensity interval training. Comparative studies published in authoritative sports science journals emphasize the need for differentiated approaches based on exercise type. The 4-7-8 breathing method proved most effective after high-intensity resistance training. This pattern involves inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7 seconds, and exhaling for 8 seconds. Leading international medical journals report this method rapidly calms sympathetic nervous system overactivation while optimizing oxygen supply. Groups applying this breathing method after heavy weight training showed the fastest muscle oxygenation recovery. After prolonged aerobic exercise, relatively natural rhythm deep breathing was more suitable. Research from global top-tier medical institutions found that equal 5-second inhale and 5-second exhale patterns were most effective after marathons or long-distance cycling. This method is interpreted as appropriate for gradually stabilizing already activated aerobic systems. After high-intensity interval training, gradual breathing normalization is recommended. Authoritative journals referenced by global medical professionals suggest the most effective approach involves rapid, deep breathing for the first 2 minutes to address oxygen debt, followed by gradually slowing breathing for the remaining 3 minutes. The hidden connection between breathing and muscle recovery. An important fact many overlook is that breathing affects more than just oxygen supply. Multinational research reveals that proper post-exercise breathing simultaneously optimizes several physiological processes related to muscle recovery. It positively influences growth hormone secretion. Research published in leading international medical journals reports that structured deep breathing increases growth hormone secretion by approximately 15 to 20%. Since growth hormone plays a crucial role in muscle protein synthesis and tissue regeneration, this increase accelerates overall recovery processes. It also helps regulate cortisol, the stress hormone. Data from world-renowned university hospital research teams shows that groups performing post-exercise deep breathing experienced rapid cortisol normalization, which inhibits muscle breakdown and promotes recovery. Immune system activation represents another noteworthy effect. Research published in high-impact international journals reveals that proper breathing improves white blood cell activity, assisting recovery from exercise-induced microscopic tissue damage. Step-by-step implementation guide. Based on research findings, here's a practical 5-minute breathing method. Broken down by stages. This protocol has been validated through multinational medical research. Team clinical trials. The first stage is posture setup. Immediately post-exercise, assume a comfortable seated or lying position. Keep your back straight and shoulders naturally relaxed. Releasing neck and jaw tension is important. Internationally recognized medical journals report that proper posture can improve breathing efficiency by up to 20%. The second stage involves initial cleansing breaths. For the first 30 seconds, exhale long and deeply through your mouth to remove carbon dioxide accumulated during exercise. Making a whoosh sound while slowly exhaling is effective. Research from renowned international medical universities shows this process significantly improves subsequent oxygen absorption efficiency. The third stage is the main deep breathing cycle. Slowly inhale through your nose, expanding your abdomen first, followed by your chest. Inhalation should last 4 to 6 seconds. Briefly hold your breath. Then slowly exhale through your mouth. World-class medical research institutions suggest maintaining this pattern for 3 to 4 minutes is optimal. The fourth stage is the normalization process. During the final 1 to 2 minutes, gradually return to natural breathing while observing your body's response. If you feel muscle relaxation and overall calmness during this period, the breathing method has been properly applied. Today's content is based on current scientific research, and individual variations may exist, particularly for those with existing respiratory or cardiovascular conditions. Please consult healthcare professionals. If this information was helpful, please subscribe, like, and enable notifications for more evidence-based health content.